Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once more to Osaka, to my inner city. Look at that, how absolutely fantastic. We have the hot springs in the center of the city here, and left and right we have two boar birds settling down. So two boar families decided this is a place fine to live, and they decided to settle here. Even the boars like it in Osaka. Take it as it is. Now we continue on with great developments. So in the last episode we have more or less stabilized our whole economy, right? So even in the middle of winter we have plenty of coal right now, medicine, we are stuffed with food, and we have enough luxury tier goods. We have grown by 155 in the last year as well, year 44. That is because of course we used a lot of immigration cards here, and with that we are growing past 1,000 people despite all the generational problems that we have right now with old people dying left and right. Clothes is one of the things that is not looking super stable. Bonsai, at least it is. Clothes is not. We have a lot of wool, like 5,000 in stock right now. So it's definitely not something that I should let's go down here. So we have already 30 tailors here. We have actually also the paper now to upgrade them to the weaver recipe, even though this is 1% productivity for each level 4 house with a maximum of 30% boost. How much paper do we have? I only have 350, so it doesn't warrant me for this. But what we can do is we can actually go in and just build us another tailor, really, because we have enough wool, right? And let's actually just quickly build this one, since we're a millionaire as well. It doesn't really matter. We also get the advanced tailor. Let's actually purchase this one too and just get it in here, right? Into this area there as well, and build this one immediately. In this case here, let's switch to wool there as well for this one. Upgrade it, the weaving machine and the tailor town, and this one here also gets the boost here. Look at that, costs me lots of iron bars actually. We shouldn't go too crazy on this. Also change here to the wool with that. So this should be enough for that problem for now. Now the big thing of course is for this episode, there you go, industrial age. We have everything ready for it. We've built the previous things. We are making lots of bank on the hotels there as well. And I think we have everything ready. Let's advance. Welcome to the industrial age. With that, once again, we do get some era bonuses. Did my city change that much? No, architectural wise it didn't really change. Communism, productivity to all production buildings, halves the effectiveness of motivation and passion cards. Ooh, alright. Or 50% coin from luxury consumption. That would be capitalism. We are looking at 100% happiness, by the way. Luxury is my biggest problem. The coin from luxury, I mean, we're going to have some industry that is costing me again, right? But we're on medium taxes only right now, so we could go either way. We could also go for pure communism here. 25% productivity to all production buildings is pretty massive. So let's go ahead and do this. And also another era one, 100% scores from population and happiness, or the wonder score. Let's go with the population score on this one here, because we do have population and we do have happiness. And the dawn of the industrial age shines upon your city. Now's the time to build, expand and grow your city like never before. Alright, the first thing of action is, what we can do now is upgrade the town hall to level 5. With that, we're actually changing the look of the city. This is, by the way, also the last upgrade to the town hall. We get another 10% industrial production, and we get the World Trade Office as a new wonder in my car shop. And another town card that we can go with. Alright, next in, of course, is all my upgrades that we can do now with the industrial age. The first one is 5% industrial productivity per level. So this is already pretty great, but that costs so much science points. I think this is just a dump upgrade. By the way, we're at the last tier of the upgrades here. Let me just check out down here. There we have it. The wood gives 10% more heat. We can go with the last upgrade here. Also for the farming, the last upgrade, and the forestry also the last upgrade here. So we are at 5 of 5 now, boosting them quite a bit. Ranching also, there you go. For military, we can unlock the musketeers now as a new type of military unit. And then we have flower bats. Holy cow, they cost me the science points. Cypress. Bonsai Master, that's actually pretty great, 30% productivity. There's also the garden here then, and the Golden Palace. Produce 80 houses level 8 to build the Golden Palace. Alright, I think the rest here is fine. Let's go for the tech as well, because there we have a few more things. 20% science output from houses. That's pretty massive, I think, that we can go ahead with. 10% farm production. Let's also go ahead with this very important tag here. These are actually upgrades, right? And then we have the fertilizers, 10% farm productivity on top of that. Also, we're past 6,000 on the science points, thanks to the scientific theories here, right? Two more things we can do. The goldsmithing, with that the minting, and then here industrialization. This gives me another 20% industrial output. Loving that. With that, we're really out of science points for now. Finally, we can also add the garden now to some of those areas here, right? And I would like to have a garden here, probably in the center of this one. The same goes with the other side. Sorry, boars. In this case here, we get rid of them. This of course also increases then the appeal rating of the surrounding area, so that's also a nice boost here. And I would like to have another, 2 gardens here and here, together with then some cypresses that we have as well. Let's also continue training more units again, because that really just costs me some money. We have the musketeers now as my latest tag, and of course I would like to go crazy on them a bit. That we have the samurai cavalry, archers, and now musketeers. They replace the normal samurais, but the existing samurais that I have is actually still there, right? Stormheim stole 2,000 coin from you. I'm not going to have any traps, because Sven is going to get his fate soon enough. Since we have a bit of money to dump, we have still the policy office. This is actually really just a money dumper, right? We can get more city attractiveness out of these boosts here by just spending money that we have. We can also go with the trade fee reduction, and of course the economic hegemony gives me another 3% production per level, which of course for a city this size is massive. So let's just see how far we can dump this one. Tier 6 and tier 7 here, all the way up to this one, right? Using my money on these things here. So that was a lot of production then as well. In addition, next in line is another tavern that I would like to add to increase a bit of happiness. Let's just see where we could squeeze still one in. We have of course one up here a bit. So right here in the city center, we don't have any tavern right now. It would cost me unfortunately 2 slots of houses, right? Not that easy to implement somewhere. So let's just have one down here a bit further, right? To where we're getting closer to the industrial zone. It doesn't really matter, we have a perfect happiness there. By the way, we do also have a full storage. There it is, another tavern down here at the southern end of the city. Another thing is now we have the Gemstone mine. This is something that I would actually like to start now soon, right? So we should have, there it is, Gemstone mining available to us. And let's go ahead and just build us a sexy road, a stone road it is in this case here. So that we have also fast transportation from the industry zone all the way into this area, right? Stay a bit clear of the pagoda there. We'll not endless amount of gemstones here, right? Ooh, wait a second. What's going on here? Not gemstone in this region, but we do have obviously gemstones on this mountain. Alright. We need to actually get to the other side here, right? There's the gemstone. Not a big deal, because we have tunnels unlocked now. So I should be able to get through this mountain here with a big tunnel. There you go. Perfect. I love modern technology. And here we can now go in and have the stone road. The tunnel itself serves as a road. Yep. So I can just have this road then on the other side. And here we can start with some gemstone mining now. Really, I would like to have this. Of course, houses is too far away, so at least one house needs to be here. And I would also like to have a bit of a storage yard then, probably somewhere here. Hopefully that counts to have this delivered then. We can also set the delivered target, right, where the output gets delivered manually. So I think with this, we could move it a bit further away to the next storage house that we don't have here. So let's also have a storehouse, a warehouse. Can we have a big one too? Let's have a normal warehouse. We're really, unfortunately, really full. I mean, it's not unfortunate. really full on goods, right? And let's quickly build the gemstone there for 1,000. I'm certainly not going to wait that long. Set delivery target. There you go. Perfect. We don't need to have the storage there, right? We can actually just set the delivery over there and it's doing its job. Then let's upgrade this one. 2 times. Worker slots upgrade. Shaft upgrade. There you go. Producing now gemstones for us. Let's actually... Yeah, there's only 8,000 in it. And we'll just see what we can do with them. Yeah, when looking at the new luxury goods that we need, chocolate is one of them. The thing is, we don't have any cocoa fertility anywhere, right? Nor do we have that much more farmable land available to us, really. So what I could do is I could go in and mass import it. And of course, this is totally valid to try out. We're exporting a lot right now, and we're importing nothing, right? So I can actually go in and choose something new to import here. We can also see that trade amount in the next round is going to be this. The thing is, of course, we can only have a total trade amount of 480 per cycle. That means export and import comes together. So the more we export, the less we can also import, and vice versa. So we always need to keep a look here at the balance. Let's go with cocoa. It's really expensive. And I would like to go with an amount, let's actually make a target inventory of 2,000 with a trade volume of 500 each, because we really want to get stuff in. And with that, we have this one fixed. However, we still need to increase our volume here somehow. The upgrade with the concrete we cannot do yet. So, of course, yeah, trading companies, we need to build a few more. Let's go in. Because we want to increase that level here. And where can we place in more of these companies? Of course, by the harbor we could try. Space really is the big deal here. Output is full, output is full. That's actually a great thing for me. And yeah, here in this desert, let's have a new block of trade companies. I would like to go in with 4, make it 6 right away. Little trade district that we have. Right, and here we're going to mass build or mass trade more. And for each trade company, we increase the volume by 120, not upgraded yet, right? So I'm going to wait for finishing all of these here, and then we're going to actually upgrade them all at once. And let's also get them a warehouse in, because this is definitely something that we should have close to that, to these trading companies. And yeah, let's actually just quickly build them. Someone was already building it, but it's fine. Let's upgrade them, right? And let's also lower their upkeep there. There you go. So this is a lot. We can now trade at 1,900 in total. This is great stuff, really. That also means we can export more than ever. So furniture, for example, would be something here that we can now start exporting. So really going into trade makes this game even more exciting. Let's actually have the minimum target inventory of 10,000 with a volume of 500 each. Right, because we have so much furniture. The same goes with sake. This is already that. Let's have a target inventory of 10,000, so we keep a healthy buffer here for everything. And we could also, yeah, export the bonsai, which is probably the most valuable good here, with a minimum storage of 3.5 to 300 trade, right, so that we don't go overboard here. And cocoa is the one that we want to import, and as you can see, there is already a lot of cocoa now coming in with that. The net profit is also really high thanks to all the export there right now. Very nice. So I love trading already, and with this we can actually have something new. We can have now the chocolate maker, chocolatier, and this one here, yeah, we can now build basically in my zone here. It probably is not getting boosted by the granary, right? Even though it's a food production building. Let's have it here. Yeah, right next to the trading companies. And I'm pretty sure we're going to need a few of them. Let's start with 2. And by the way, trade company wise, let's actually have this street here also finished with them, right? Let's build me one of these. Oh, that's actually expensive, 30,000. And they're now importing the cocoa and milk. Now, milk is something we actually have in stock to some extent, thanks to the cattle ranches, right down here. Cattle ranch, this is producing milk. We don't have a lot of cattle ranches yet. So let's also go in and get me a few more cattle ranches on the way. Oh, by the way, there's a shrine, and this shrine I cannot really delete. Let's have one more here. We can have another one here, giving me also a combo bonus for these. Right, and let's also quickly purchase all the animals that you can get here. Also this one here. Too far away from storage. That's no problem because we can just build us another granary here for all of these ranches here, right? Let's try to get all of them in. There you go. Because we want to get that milk production up and running. And there's then the main road that goes then down here to my, yeah, ranches. There you go, right? As we merge now really the southern industrial area with my city. Storage is full. This is getting on my nerves. Building already granaries and houses like warehouses like crazy. Not enough. Alright, both chocolatiers are up. Let's boost their output, of course, quite a bit right away. Because we're gonna get a lot of chocolate in now. My latest luxury good. That's one. And yeah, cocoa hopefully something that we get in many cases. There it is, right? 800 already. Let's have a look what else we would need here. The fashionable clothes we would need. Books is something. Pocket watches, toilet paper, and electronic gadgets. Another thing right away is that we're at the housing limit again, so we're really growing quickly now, right? All the old people died, the beginning ones, and in this case here, 1,100 we have already without using any cards anymore. So let's just go in and build a few houses. We still have a housing district here. Yeah, but I think we might also reach the end of my expansion here soon. Let's give a bit of a distance there once again to this area there, to my industry zone. Please let me have... Yes, very good. Alright, so we can have another full block of houses then here. Let's get them all the way down. Probably up here a few more. Should be able to squeeze something in here. Oh, and there is the appeal penalty kicking in then. But this, of course, is also a bit of a forest area. We should still keep some trees intact. There's also now the chocolate coming in. I think consumption is not that high for tier 3 luxury goods anymore, right? So perhaps these two actually are enough then already. But we'll just see. And we got the first level 7 houses. Can I see where, please? Yeah, there it is. Not a bad building. Not a bad building at all. Tier 3, it is now producing, yeah, more taxes and more science points per house. Next on the list, we still need to unlock one more construction material, and that's concrete in the concrete factory. Go ahead and do this. This is the requirement for the future buildings that we have here. And let's go ahead, and out of stone and sand, it makes concrete. We have lots of stone, and we have lots of sand. Where's my sand? Do we have sand? We have 10,000 sand. Perfect. I would prefer to have it over here because this is where we have the sand production basically. But it's a polluted building once more, right? It doesn't really fit in here. So let's just count in some transportation to my industry zone. It makes sense to me like that. And let's just find a suitable location. It is a dirty building, so up here at my charcoal burners, it would make a nice area. So let's build 2 of them. I don't think we need more than that. Quickly finish one. There you go. Let's put a priority on this, as every construction material has a priority in it. We do need them, and then we can boost its output there further, and with a bit of concrete we can also upgrade it then further. And consumes less input. That's not really required for this, but I would like to use it on my charcoal burners there still. Right, there you go. So we consume less wood overall, and then we could also use it on iron smelter that consumes coal and iron. Both of them at finite resources, right? And for now, we can still produce them on my own. I don't need to import coal. Alright, but with that, concrete and new building material is coming in. At this point, we have a lot of level 7 houses popping. Great stuff. Also has a bit more housing, right? Yes, one more housing slot for each one of these, so that we can grow further and further here. Of course, with that, as always, consumption needs to be intact though. Chocolate seems to be stable at 50. The second one is now fully running too. Boom, boom. Balance. That's a lot of iron bars. But the productivity isn't bad. 30% more productivity for this one here. There's also now a new upgrade, high fashion, unlocks a tailor's new work mode, fashionable clothes. This is another luxury good that we have. Let's just see what the requirement of this one would be. Dyed fabric it is. It requires dyed cotton fabric. Perhaps we can import this one right away. Let's just check out my trading offices. We have also finished the new ones, by the way, so let's upgrade them right away. Dyed fashionable. I mean, this is a pretty nice. Oh, 66 on the income. That's not so bad considering my overall income here. So let's just actually get a 600 in with a batch of 300 each, right? With this, we're actually getting rid of all the net profit, but I really don't care about money at this point. So let's just see if we can do this. I will still need more volume, I think. Let's upgrade my trading companies with concrete. 11 were upgraded with that. And with that, we're boosting our trading volume to 4,000. Nice one. Now, for the tailoring, let's just have a looky. Where is it again? There it is, right? It was my big one. Let's not have this one, though. Let's actually build me a new tailor. And I would like to have the advanced tailor. Probably 2 more again. Yeah, let's have it by the ranges, more or less, because there's also the wool. And let's have 2 of them for now. And we'll just see how much we consume. A bit of space in between for the trading companies. We could build more trading companies, or probably the more sensible thing to do here is warehouses. Let's have 2 warehouses here too. Quite easy production, honestly, if it weren't for the price, and we can already start producing fashionable clothes. There it is, already in production. We're also actually capped at cocoa, so let's actually have another chocolate production up and running. Because the demand is just there. And this will then be just a normal block of 4 chocolate makers, and we'll just see if 2 advanced tailors will be enough for the fashionable clothes. Still need to boost our science output a bit. We're at 9,000 right now. I can still build 1 more school, and then we pretty much covered the whole town with that. Somewhere here in the center for this latest district here that has grown a bit now. It's not going to be the most efficient school because, of course, we do also have quite a few service buildings here, but it's fine. And let's just squeeze this one in behind my hotel. Let's quickly finish this one here, and this is boosting me another 1,000 science points that we can get out of this. And just beside that, perhaps a smaller garden or something. There you go, with some cypresses left and right. In the back, we could have a bit more. Alright, now we have 2 tier 3 luxury goods already. We do, however, need 3 types of luxury tier 3 before these houses level to 8. And yeah, there is 1 more, and books is something that I would eyeing here. Jewelry is something. However, for all of this, we do need new tech because we don't have any more tags in here, right? The next luxury good would be either the clockmakers. So this is pocket watches from glass and gold bars. That is something, again, that we need to import, though. Gold bars, right? Because we don't have any gold anywhere. We could also get the paper mill and then the printing press here, and this is then books that we can get out of this one. Both of them are valid choices. Electronic gadgets from gold bar and iron is the same with the clock makers there again. So we have not enough science points yet. I do need to wait a bit more. Look at the town there. How fast it's upgrading. Like we almost have, yeah, tier 7 now everywhere. That was quick. With that, we're boosting it to 10,000 science points there. Another 3 people. Let's give me the 30% input. It's the only one that makes sense at this point. Money's not an issue, and the productivity doesn't work anymore since we have communism unlocked, right? And in this case here, we can still use it for the input reduction, and of course it would be worth it to use it, for example, for advanced tailors. That is something where we really could lower our costs. And with all of this, by the way, let's have a look at the auto trading again. we're also having a net profit once more, right? Because dyed cotton and cocoa basically are at the limit, so we're only importing a bit of it every cycle now, and then we are primarily exporting again. So there's a net profit here coming out of it, despite already importing 2 luxury requirements, that is the cocoa and the dyed fabrics. Now we have concrete. 1,700, that means we can now upgrade some of my advanced industries that we already have. The fishing port, of course, is super important. That's another 5% speed for all of them. And with that, we've upgraded 6 of these deep sea fishing ports. And we're probably actually going to have a few more. Right, let's have 1, 2, and 3 more here. Since we're growing still in population, we need to work in advance there a bit. Just finish them quickly, upgrade them. And also their budget, right? And with that, more deep sea fish is coming out. To further boost my science output, we could go with the home brew. Let's just try it out. This is a town cart that I would like to activate. Very good. That's another 2,000 flat science points that we get out of this one here. Also, what I'm doing is I'm reforming my military. So, gone are the days with samurai. We have unlocked the infantry, and this one has way more hit points. I mean, look at the difference. The samurai cavalry was my most powerful unit up to this point here, and this one has 1,500 hit points, whereas the infantry is 15,000 hit points. It gets even severe also with the attack, 113 to 147. There is also the artillery here. That is something that actually is worth it, because this causes 2 times the damage on walls. So we definitely want to have this one. It, however, costs steel. That is something we don't have yet. We do have the industrialization. There it is. The steelworks from iron bars and coals. We can get this out. So we actually have the building already available. There it is. And yeah, let's go ahead and have this in my smelter. And ooh, look at the size of this beast. We probably could go ahead and have them a bit further up here. I would still like to reserve a bit of space, of course, for my concrete factory. Right, so let's have the steelworks. Let's have 2 of them in here. This looks nasty. This looks also not good. Here at the end of it, right? It would actually also lower my productivity for the house again. Let's just see where we could have it. Where else? This looks fine. We would get rid of some boar grounds, but I think that's manageable. Let's do this. Let's actually quickly finish this one. I mean, 50,000 is quite a bit. Let's upgrade it right away. Also, its budget, and with that, we're producing steel. Can't wait for it, because I really want to get that artillery out. Let's actually lower the amount of soldiers there again to get me some additional of these. Then 3, 6, 9, and that is not something we can do yet. So let's do it now. There you go. There is also a card that boosts my military capacity. Might also be something we can think about. And there it is, steel production up and running. It's the last construction material that we need. I will need to build a few more large warehouses, unfortunately, because storage continues to be a problem to me. Here we do have that space. Let's build 2 of them. If I quickly build them, do we actually lose the bricks that I need for it? 14,000 for... No, it doesn't cost me then the building materials, right? For one of these. I mean, the cost is pretty severe on it, but it's fine, I think. Let's build 2 of them for now, close to my industry zone, and probably another large one then instead of this storage there. And after a while, we also have enough science points for yet another production. Clockmakers, it probably is, because we do have enough glass, and I just need to import more gold bars. That should be something we can easily do. So let's go ahead and have it, yeah, right here also where we already have my other luxury productions. Let's build me some 3 of them for now. And let's also start the auto importing here of gold bars, which is actually really cheap, honestly. Let's go also with 1,000 here for a volume of 300 each. Right, gives me a bit of a net loss there for a while, but only until we have enough gold bars in stock. Right, let's actually also... I'm a sucker for this, really. Let's just quickly finish them, boost them, and also their budget, right? Because budget really doesn't matter. And in this case here, glass and gold bars to make pocket watches, the last luxury tier. And yeah, we have the other ones also here. Look at that, 2,400 fashionable clothes. And yeah, just stockpiling it now for the pocket watches. And with that, we should be able to get to tier 8 of the houses. And there it is. The first house is tier 8. Let's just try and find it. We can probably find it with the overlay. I mean, we probably will have lots of tier 8 houses now anyway. Probably is close to the pocket watches. There is the next one upgrading. There you go. And this is the maximum level of a proper Japanese megacity that we have here now. Tier 8 it is, with that a bit more science again. A bit actually is underwhelming. It is almost twice as much, right? Holy cow, tier 8 is another level. Income is not that great, but the science boost is fantastic out of it. So we should see a lot of them plop now because we have the pocket watches finally rolling in. All 3 clockmakers are working now. Also, we have the steel. And with that, let's go ahead and also build us or train us artillery, right? There it is. That's going to be massive. 2 times damage on walls and also lots of attack power. More and more upgrades are happening now. And with that, my science output goes up quite a bit. It's also time to change a few town cards. The investment is no longer needed. We get +1 income for every 20 coin we have, up to a maximum of 100. That was really nice in the beginning, but right now this 100 doesn't really matter anymore to me. What we can do instead is we can now purchase the military card that we have, the standing army. So this gives me another 10 military unit slot. And this is then something I would like to equip, because with that we can train a few more infantry, right? Up to 55 now. And then also 1 more artillery once we have the steel. So 2 artillery should be fine then really to do the job. There it is. Let's also train 1 more artillery. Now with my army, we can finally start the vassalization of my neighbors. I would like to start with the Vikings. And we have now, conquered their wall already and attacked their army. Now, it takes quite some time, actually. Our fighting power is 19,000. Theirs is 3,000. This is actually not that decisive when it comes to the wall, though. But since we have destroyed the wall with the artillery rather easily, we can now take care of the rest of them. But look at that. We even might lose 1 or 2 infantry squads here. But we're far ahead of them, as they still only use musketeers and cannons there, right? Still takes quite some time. There is no quick resolve for something like that. Down to 11 now, right? Actually, we're losing quite a lot of soldiers to these musketeers. But then again, yeah, fighting power should still be fine, right? I think it's the musketeers right now that do the most damage here. That was actually more difficult than I thought it would be. But with that, we have conquered Sven Agner. We have been humbled. Your prowess in battle is unmatched. We acknowledge your might, conqueror. Oh, that's some new tone here. And yeah, they're now vassalized. We cannot control them, I think. We could establish a spy nest. Alright, I guess. In this case here, we can connect them with a trade route now. We have established this one, since we already have the international one. And we do get the tribute, right? A bit of additional income. And from the trade route, we also get that out. So with that, Stormheim is no longer independent. And we've basically stopped that aggression from the north. We have ever lost quite a few soldiers there. Infantry it is. So I will need to go in and train them up again, which will take time. It only takes a bit of money. I could also go with another artillery, just so that we have... just so that we can take care of the walls more quickly, right? But that's about it. Perfect. Now we got a few more science points in the meantime, I think. This would warrant now the next upgrades that we can have here. I think upgrade-wise, the Golden Palace would be ready to research. We have the requirements finished already, so we could build it. It does only take 5,000 gold bars to finish. Let's go ahead and do this. And let's just see how we can actually... Oh, we don't have enough coin to also purchase it yet. But we can, tax actually 64,000 coin. It would then also give me victory points and 20% luxury income from luxury consumption. At this point, the whole of Osaka is also looking at a glorious tier 8 city, right? So there's really not that much more we can do here for the housing. maximum upgrade. We're also at 16,000 signs with that and 10,900 on the income. Let's also build the Golden Palace, probably closer to Pagoda and once again close to Mount Fuji there as well. Let's just find a suitable location somewhere over here. Along this main road that we have. You can only access these wonders with that main road from over there, right? By the way, also upgraded right away. Because we should be able to do this. We have plenty of stone anyway. And of course, it would not fit for a Golden Palace to have a dirt road as an entrance. Going to take quite some time, but we have the workforce for it. By the way, we are already at the housing space again limit. I don't know if we really want to expand with more population, because that would once again also mean then more food we need again, stuff like that. So we are looking pretty stable there right now. Probably can keep it like that. More stone roads here, of course. Yeah, about the gold, we will need to import a lot of that. There is already the gold coming over, right? But we don't have that much gold in stock. I think up to 1,000 we were importing, right? So it will take some time. There it is again. But we always need to import. So this will be a bit costly right now. But what? But there's no price high enough for vanity. Let's do this. Since this takes time, we can use this moment to, yeah, continue with the vassalization. And as you can see, we now have to breach the wall, and then there's musketeers and militia that is fighting us, but their fighting power is pathetic actually. They're still way behind, even though they have level 7 houses already. And I also love how all of these cultures look different, right? All have their different assets, even their industrial buildings look different. Very nice details overall. And so it happens that also their last defenses go down. That was easier than the Vikings. But then again, they already paid me quite a bit from time to time, so that I would stay away. But of course, we're not doing that. And we have conquered Fatima there as well. Connect the trade routes. We don't have a number. In this case, they're pretty far away. There's also an ocean here, but there's the land route. Yeah, we could actually make it. We still get a lot of income now from the tribute. This is what really matters here, right? And with that, we could continue onwards to the next one, which is over here. Ooh. Nakiji actually has quite the military. Let's have a look over here. Ooh, that also Raw has quite a military power. That's France. Beautiful buildings too. And we can still try it. We can always retreat rather easily, right? Yes, they have the power though, right? They have a big wall. Lots of musketeers and lots of cannons especially. They do a lot of damage. And so it happens that also the next enemy has been conquered, and Clifford. With another tribute here. Thank you very much for this. So we're getting already at 1,500 coin out of the tributes. That's those. So yeah, we have one more that we need to conquer, and that's over here, Nakiji. Nakiji is going to be pretty hefty, so I will need to go in and actually, yeah, reinforce my units again. We lost quite a few infantry here to this attack, and we're actually running out of money because we're importing a lot of gold right now too, right? Let's actually go for very high taxes just to build the Golden Palace, right? Until then, because we need still, yeah, 2,000 more gold bars, and I need the money from somewhere. Finally, we've trained the buggers, so let's conquer this last one. Hopefully we can do this. It looks like this might be the strongest force yet. 5,000 on the firepower there too. Also, the wall is huge. That's going to be heavy losses. We have the superior attack, but they have the numbers. You also get a negative 24% penalty for the distance to the capital. It's also not great. Yeah, somehow I don't understand the system that much because, you know, look at the numbers. Theoretically, based on firepower, we should easily win this one here, even with the penalty. We also have way more hit points than them, and yet they're winning quite decisively too. So there's nothing I can really do. army hit points is at 48,000, so we have more hit points than him combined. And yet my numbers go down super quickly. Like, there's nothing I can do about this, right? In this case here, my artillery will also be fighting. The problem is, I really don't want to use my artillery, so we need to retreat. I think we need to retreat, yeah? So honestly, I have no idea how this works. Because we had like 3 times the hit points, right? I mean, it's an attack, but the wall is gone, right? So we're fighting 1-to-1. And it's now against my artillery, so let's retreat. Holy cow. Right? Super strong. And to me, totally non-understandable, honestly. No idea how this works. Now, in that case, we need to reinforce, of course, again. So I need to train my units. We're still wasting way too much money on my golden palace. Where is it, by the way? Close, right? So this is something that we really should finish first. To counter some of that, let's increase the volumes of my export as well. Because with that, we actually do get the necessary net income again that we need. Funny thing is, even with very high taxes, we're sitting at 100% happiness. No problem at all. So I have no idea how many people work on this monument now, but it's finished. At least that. Beautiful. Oh, it looks way more beautiful than expected, honestly. It also has a lot of water in middle of the desert, which is okay, I guess. Yeah, we can have then some cypresses around these guys here, around my monuments, of course. Like a block on each side. Right, and yeah, I mean, I'm really limited by the amount of stuff that I can build. It looks really out of place a bit. I mean, it's it's vanity, right? So then again, it fits in. At this point, I think we should have won already, right? I mean, no idea. But yeah, we've vassalized now 3 of our opponents. We have a fully trained army, so I'm trying it again, actually. This is the ooh, he's got 14 cannons. Yeah. Let's try this once more. There's the wall. Oh! Where's his army? There he is. Alright. Let the war begin again. And this is going to take some time again. I wonder really how this goes. Look at the numbers though, right? We have 25,000 attack power, he's got 5,000. And we have 170,000 hit points, 180,000 hit points, where he's got not even 100,000. No idea how this system really works. On what it's actually based. The wall is down, and now we're fighting the rest of him again. But in this case, yeah, he's got so much. I don't know. We're going down like crazy on this. Of course, my attack power is down, but even then, it should not be this much down. Like, this is decisively him winning again. Okay, all the way to the last, and now it's looking like we win this, right? Poof, there it is, and with that we have achieved victory in this one here on hardcore, on hard difficulty settings, as the Shogunate finally, that's that, and a beautiful final screen we get out of this one. Of course, we're going to have one more look at our city. So this was the whole map, right, with our opponents, and right over here is Osaka with 1,200 people, a completely stable economy. All the houses built as well, maximum tier 4, and even the Golden Palace and the Pagoda over there with our limited amount of ornaments that we have. I hope you enjoyed this one, Kingdoms Reborn. Definitely a look, right? There's a lot of other factions as well you can play, and also lots of different maps and settings to fiddle around with on top of everything else. Onwards to new adventures, stay tuned.